Alright, welcome back, my fellow plastic crack addicts. Today, as you know, you are all here for the Masterverse Revolution Sorceress Teela. I have to say, I was very excited when I saw the cartoon and saw that she became Snake Sorceress Teela for a couple minutes, and I said, ooh, we need to get an action figure of that, because I missed out on the classics version, and part of me was kind of glad I did, because I heard later that there were problems because of the clear plastic. There's problems with her breaking, so that always sucks when you have a cool action figure and it breaks, as you've seen on this channel probably once or twice. But yeah, today we are going to be unboxing this masterpiece, as it were. So I'm very glad we got this. I think it's very cool. Even before just the idea of getting it is very cool. I don't know how good the action figure is. I haven't watched anybody else's reviews. I have to give props. I couldn't find her in stock anywhere, and I reached out to another collector, and he said, oh, look over here. And the name escapes me right now, but if anybody wants to know, go ahead and ask down in the comments. I'll leave it later when I remember. I just forget the name of the store, because every place I normally get it from was sold out. But anywho, thanks for coming to the channel. If it's your first time, welcome. If it's not your first time, welcome back. As always, things you can do to help the channel, help our reach, help turn this into something more than maybe a hobby, would be, of course, like, share, subscribe. Those are the big ones. Then, of course, if you find value in the channel, that's what I say. If you find value in the channel, if you're getting some value from it, please visit my little buy me a coffee link. I'll put the link down in the description, but also have the little QR code here that you can go ahead and click on and donate to the channel. Always appreciated. Helps keep this hobby going. The other thing I should say is visit my eBay store. I'm actually selling off a lot of my vintage stuff to make room. So I've got a lot of vintage stuff on there, and if you don't like a price, that's fine. That's why I always put up there with make me an offer. Make me an offer. So yeah, visit my eBay store. Get a bunch of stuff going on there. Vintage MOTU right now. Getting rid of some Mythic Legions. I just need to make space. That's how it is. And even have a couple from the Club Grayskull Filmation. Got those in there right now. So yeah, check that out. But yeah, again, thanks for coming. Let's get right down to it, and let's take a look at this action figure. So right away, paint apps look pretty good on the face as compared to some others, but we'll look in more detail. But if you're new, we always like to look at the box art. Okay, we like the box art. And sometimes we really like the box art, but hey, it's cartoon. So, we get some cartoony, or not cartoony, like some spell things in here, so that'll be cool. Looks like she has, oh, nice little dress that looks like a snake tail. That's pretty cool. And not much of a bio. Oh, yeah, the wise dragon Granomir found Teela worthy of the power of Ka, transferring her with the ancient power to aid in her quest to rebuild Preternia. Ah, yes, that's right. I'd forgotten the details, so I've only watched that once. I haven't gone back and watched the Revolution series. I rewatched the other one a couple times, but I haven't rewatched this one yet. So I'd probably go back and do that when I have time. I remember some of the old comic runs. They had Snake Sorceress Teela, and that was pretty cool too. Oh, those were really cool. What else we got for box art going on here? Oh, nice. We got all three steps. Does this mean we might... Well, we've already gotten this Sorceress, right? Does this mean we're going to get Havoc Sorceress? Because that would be cool. That would be pretty cool if we got that. I mean, considering this one is sold out just about everywhere, I'm sure there would be an appetite for it. Oh, and of course, I forgot my scissors, and I forgot my knife. So let's grab a knife here. Let's break into this and check it out. That's why you're here. Oh, there's always too much tape. I guess too much is better than not enough, right? Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, I like the way they put open, just so you don't miss that. completely. Oh, cool. One bummer about the new Masterverse packaging that I liked with the old Masterverse packaging, you used to get the cool background, the stone background. That was, you know how many times I use that for background taking pictures. It is very convenient. But what we always do is we'll prop her up there, and we always look at the accessories first. So let's check out what we've got for accessories. And I know I've said this a few times, but I like the way they're packaging these now, these new accessory things. That's pretty cool. You've got like all the pictures here on the side showing what to expect in here, what's in the package. So that's pretty cool. I like that they didn't go the Hasbro route and make it completely cardboard. So I like being able to see the figure, especially if you're buying it at a store, if you happen to get lucky enough to find it at a store. So like they didn't go that route, but I mean, the figure's made of plastic, so how much plastic are you really saving? But that's another conversation for another channel. So let's see, what do we got here? We have got a couple hands, so more like spell casting hands here than necessarily weapon holding hands. So that's cool. I think I will actually swap one of those out. You know me, I don't swap hands out often, but I can see myself swapping that out. So we do some spell casting, right, on one of the hands anyways. Didn't Evil Lyn have hands like that with that? I think she did. One of the Evil Lyns. So we'll put that there. Hands there. Then we have this cool snake spell thing, which it's a little gummy, which is cool. Like some of these I find they're hard plastic or a firmer plastic. So you almost feel like you're going to break it. But this is more of a gummy plastic, and it looks like sort of a snake spell. That is pretty cool, I think, anyways. The idea of it. And the execution isn't bad either. I mean, come on, what do you want? And, of course, we have, who knew, the sort of Ka, which is a little bent down here at the bottom, which I'm not a fan of having a bent staff. It's just doesn't sound comfortable. Oh, actually, no. This is, so it's meant to be this way, I'm guessing. So it looks more like a snake, so that's pretty good. Can you see that? Let's get that in there. Some good details, some good paint apps. And again, we've got the bend there. Well, I feel like it's not quite focusing the way I want. There we go. That's better. You know, it might be even better if we do this. Blue screen. Here we go. Okay, cool. So I like the staff. It's pretty neat. And then let's break into the character. Again, I forgot my scissors. You'd think after doing about a million of these, I would remember the scissors. But no, never do. Okay. And let's bring this down. All right, so dropping her out of the careful, this is sort of, oh, I'm gonna rip that, aren't I? Sort of taped in, and it's very thin. It's very much like a shed snake skin in regards to how thin it is. And if you've never seen a shed snake skin, you had a horrible childhood. If you have had one, then your childhood was awesome. Okay. That's taped in there pretty good, so make sure you do that before you start ripping and tearing it. So again, it's I may have stretched it a little bit, but yeah, it's a very fine sort of fabric there. It's got sort of some snake print on it. It definitely, I think, has the idea of not necessarily living snakeskin, but again, a snakeskin that has been shed. I feel like my lens is a little dirty. I should have cleaned it better. I apologize. So, figure overall, what do we got? Well, I mean, there's not a lot to it, really. Can her headdress come off? I would hope so. with any ease. No, why would it do that? Is it part of her head? I'm reluctant to take the head off just after my last couple of fiascos breaking them. It looks like it's not. It looks like it's kind of glued on there from what I can see. Can you see in there? It looks like it's not going to be coming off. Okay. Yeah, that's glued on there. We're not going to be taking that off. So that's kind of a bummer for those that had, old Teela and you like the snake armor, but it is what it is. I should have gotten out my Classics Teela. This Classics Teela was, of course, classic, and I'm going to bring this down a little further. Okay. So overall, what do we get for our articulation? We always check the articulation, so we've got some good rotation there. I think they made a good choice just going with kind of the green plastic instead of the green translucent. Good articulation in the feet. You don't have a side to side pronation or supination, as they call it in the industry. They're on the foot, but you do have that, the flex. You get some good rotation in the thighs. All right, you get that. You got the classic, oh, He-Man, how are you? Ball joint there. And you've got her classic belt, which is cool. You get some sort of snake skin print, if you can see that. Oh, is that looking like a little, slight QC issue there, if you ask me, with the seam. Can you guys see that? Let's look. The seam on that side isn't so bad, but the seam on this side is not so great. It actually looks like the fabric for her tail is kind of wedged in there. Right? Kind of looks like they put that in and squish it together. So interesting. And you've got your standard. You get your double knees, your double elbows, which is cool. I never knew what the big draw was before. Now I get it. And yeah, good paint taps on the face. So one of the things I remember with like Super 7s stuff, used to get the derpy eyes every now and then. I feel like they've gotten much better with action figure faces over the last 5 years or so. Used to be kind of hit or miss. So you get some good gold coloring up here. Get a little, looks like a little paint that was supposed to be in the eye got on the thing. Not the end of the world for me. Not a deal breaker, but yeah. So a couple little QC issues there. Again, I'm not. I guess for what you pay for these, people should expect it to be nearly perfect. That's just the world we live in these days. Everything is so fracking expensive. I won't even get going on that. But I'm just trying to pose it while I'm talking. Yeah. I had to pay a little extra from the store I got it from, but it was free shipping. Like, it was a little more expensive than the $21 you would expect to find at Walmart, or the 24 that you might see at Big Bad Toy Store. Just can't get it to stand. Just ain't happening. But that's what it stands for. But overall, once you factor in the free shipping, it's like, oh, okay, that's kind of a no-brainer. So you put the hand. It looks like it doesn't matter where it goes. Just kind of wrap it around like that. Put your hand up in like that. I think it is meant to be a little bit more kind of like the box art with whoop, up like that. Where did the box art have it? Where did I put that? Where is that? Yeah. Box art has it sort of like that, and then up on one hand. I think I'm gonna swap out one of the hands, so we'll have that at least. But again, don't like these videos to be too long. Don't want to rant all day about it. I will obviously get some shots, which you will have already seen. The hips look kind of weird to me. It almost looks like she has a butt in the front. So yeah, it just seems a little odd, just the shape. Again, I don't know what I expect, but yeah, it just seems the shape just seems a little off to me. But then again, I don't think we've seen a figure that showed this much leg. Right? They all had like a skirt or pants. Like Prince Adam has his jacket back there. But yeah, it's just kind of throwing me a little bit. And we do have the ab crunch for the ab crunch. Whew, ab crunch. Yeah. But overall, pretty simple figure. Nothing crazy going on here. At least I think. They're trying to keep it within a certain price point. They do that. It has good paint apps, right? All the fingernails are where they're supposed to be, right? No, that's not. I meant to show you the fingernails. Sorry. All the fingernails are where they're supposed to be. The face is where it's supposed to be. Her lipstick isn't way over here. So overall, I think it's a win. If you can find her and you're not going to pay an arm and a leg, I think it's worth having in the collection because it fits in not just with like when you think of the Masterverse cartoon. Okay, there are people that vehemently hated both seasons, and fine, whatever. Your opinion, fine, whatever. But Snake Sorceress, I mean, it fits in with the mythos, so definitely worth having. And this is just their version, their iteration of it, and I think it came out well. I like it. I'm glad I got it, and it'll be going on the shelf as part of the collection, right? Until I have to give up this office to the baby girl. But then again, I may keep a shelf just with the female heroes. I think that'd be cool. Give her all the female. Let her have all the female heroes up on a shelf. That's what we'll do. So yeah. Anyways, I like it. I think it's worth having in the collection. I'd say if you have classics, Snake Sorceress, and she's not broken, I would stick with that. I would totally stick with that. But if you don't, if you're like me, or if you just want another version, I think it's worth the $20. Good luck finding it. And thanks for stopping by. And see ya.